Hey folks, out here at Hobby Park. This is actually a RC airplane field near me, but it's the middle of the day on a Monday, so there's nobody flying, and I've got their runway all to myself. I don't know how long this is, probably about 300 feet or so, but I've got my drag 1/16 Losi Chevelle with the Nitro swap with the parachute. We're gonna run it up here and we're gonna get some speed trials. Wow. "38, folks. That's all she's got." This is why I made the parachute removable, because it's a real pain in the butt to use every run. Alright guys, now the sales pitch. Below, down in the description, you will find an eBay listing for one Losi 1/16 scale drag Chevelle with a Nitro engine or functioning drag parachute and more, ready to run. If this is the first time you're seeing this, this is the Losi 1/16 scale drag Chevelle. It has been modified with a Traxxas 0.15 engine, running a Nitro Sport muffler with Stampede exhaust header and pipe. In the front, we have a 30mm fan with radiator, water cooling setup. I've also got a small 30mm fan blowing onto the engine block there to try to keep carburetor temperatures down, and it's worked well. This car has 4 servos, 1 throttle, 1 brake, 1 steering, and when installed, 1 drogue parachute release servo. So all of that is powered from an 800 milliamp 2S LiPo. This is the LiPo that originally came with this drag Chevelle. This blue bundle here is a Castle Creations 10 amp BEC set to 5.3 volts to run the fans, the pump, and all 4 servos. Guidance is a Tactic TTX 300, though it does still have a Spectrum SLR 300 receiver, so any other Spectrum transmitter should work for it. The body has functional lights, and it is stock other than a cutout to allow the exhaust pipe clearance, and Velcro on the bottom of the wing to allow adhesion of the drogue parachute container. Steering is accomplished with the stock Spectrum servo. Throttle is accomplished with a servo mounted onto an upturned portion of the chassis, pulling a rotary carburetor right here. And brake is way down here, this little blue tube. It rubs against the clutch bell to slow the car down, and it does work fairly well. Definitely an eye catcher. All the fans running will definitely catch people's attention. On the back here you can see this drogue parachute. The container for it was handmade by me. It's attached to the rear wing, but the parachute lines itself, these blue lines, are actually attached to the rear body mount. So the pull of the parachute is on the chassis and not on the shell. Deployment of the parachute is on channel 3 of the TTX 300. It's this button down to deploy the parachute, and the up button returns the servo up into its upwards position. Press the button, pop goes the parachute. The parachute is a 9-inch nylon sewn parachute for model rockets, actually. During my speed runs out here today, the spring on the pull start broke. I was able to bend it back and get that back on there, and it does still work. But if you buy this car, you will receive this pull start attached to the engine as well as a brand new one. Also, if you're not a fan of my Sharpie Job Mini Nitro RC on the drag parachute, some people aren't, I have included a second plain parachute of identical size, also unused, in the package. I feel I should also address pricing. The price on eBay is fairly steep. Have a look for yourself. But the car was purchased new, the engine was purchased new, the exhaust and most of the electronics were purchased new. So there's a lot of cost in building it. And then on top of that, there were the parts I already had on hand to complete it, as well as the time that it took. Several dozen hours over months, honestly. So the price, the starting bid on eBay, reflects my break-even cost. What you see on eBay is how much it would have cost you without paying yourself to build this car. The buy it now price on eBay payment for myself to build this car. If you think that's unfair, I'm sorry. My goal in the end is to sell the car if I can. If I can't, I've got a really cool car, but in the end, I do want to sell it. I want to at least break even, keep bringing you guys all these awesome videos, and if I can, turn a small profit so I can buy into bigger and better Nitro projects for you. I don't give myself a whole lot of screen time, but this was a project, and I'm very proud of it. If you'd like to see it in person, you can come see me in person. Hobby RC Park. I work at a hobby store inside of Haynes Mall, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Otherwise, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you like and subscribe and share it. You know, let's spread this around. That would help me a little bit. Please like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.